See, you know what? Because I heard the click stop and I thought you stopped.
The day has finally come when I'm ready to introduce you to my studio building in full, so welcome to Little Mountain Studios. Before I give you the full tour, let's go all the way back to the beginning so you can see where we started and where we ended up.
This is Daddy's space.
Yeah,
He's gonna move his stuff here.
Yeah, my studio.
His studio here. And then Piper's going to be where his room is. His room would be. And this is the bathroom over here.
Oh,
this would be the closet.
Yeah, that's the closet, yeah.
This is the closet.
Yeah.
This is the bathroom.
Yeah, it's very nice. What do you think of the ceiling?
The ceiling is cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's cool.
The windows are open. There's going to be a door right here.
Mm. Well, there is already a door there. Just got to put an
There's
actual...
going to be a new door there.
yeah, a new door.
There's going to be a closet like... And Daddy's desk will be right there.
You think I'll put it right there?
Yeah, so you can see out the window too.
I don't know. I haven't decided where I'm going to put the desk yet.
Hello.
All right, so
We
today
are-
is October the 20th, 2023. We're in the studio building.
Hey, I'm Taylor.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead. Yeah.
It is raining outside.
It is raining outside.
The last video, it just had the doors.
Mm-hmm. So what do we have now?
There's a singing.
Excuse me. A vocal booth.
What is it?
Yeah, for singing.
And
And then they built the landing for us to walk in on. See the stairs?
hey,
Isn't that nice?
there are stairs right here.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Good morning. It's another day, and I'm sorry for my voice being all boomy and scratchy sounding. We have colds. Such is the price you pay to have children. We're in the building again, so just thought I'd show you where we're at right now. We got some doors framed up and installed. Electrical is kind of wired and ready to be finished. You can see up there where they've got the wiring for the cans. This is the vocal booth. It's got lighting stuff up there. We got the door that's gonna go back to the house or to the awning. And then of course we got the front kind of patio door area here. My cat can get in. I got all the wiring stuff going here for the bathroom and all that. We got a little outlet down here because we're gonna do like a tiny under sink water heater so that we don't have to run a hot water line from the house, just to try and make things easier. Okay, it's Friday and the insulation guys have been here. We still have a cold. I still feel like crap. Thanks, kids. But this is where we're at now. So now we've got insulation up. And something I noticed immediately is that, like, boy, that took down the outside volume. It is just dead quiet in here. Like, no echo, no reflection, nothing. Because all this acoustic absorption that's happening from the insulation, but that's kind of neat. They were here at like 8 o'clock, and it is almost 11 now, but I think they've been gone for 30, 40 minutes or something. So, I mean, they did all this in like the span of 2 hours, which I think is really impressive. All right, it is more echoey in here now because now it is, that's crazy. You can compare the last video where I had just the insulation showing to this, and the echo is insanely different. So it is October 31st, Halloween, Tuesday, and the Sheetrock guys have just gotten finished doing the Sheetrock. So now you can see, really we're starting to have, you know, like a finished in building. Got doors are sealed up nice, you know, sheetrock everywhere. All right, it's yet another Wednesday, my dudes. So I am in here in the studio building, and as you can see now, we have got some paint up, which is really just starting to make it look like a building, you know, like a finished space. I elected to go with 2 colors. I went with, I believe it's called Thunder Gray. It's kind of a warm gray color for the walls, and a matte finish for the ceiling and the walls. And the reason I went with the gray is it kind of absorbs, I did a lot of film stuff in college, and this particular gray, it kind of absorbs a lot of colors and kind of distributes them. So if I change lighting colors, if I'm doing videos or something like that, it will kind of change the color of the wall to a certain extent, which I'll probably be able to demonstrate. And then I opted for the ceiling to go with this. It's a white color. I believe it's called Roman column, but it's kind of a little tiny bit off-white, sort of a warm tone that I think matches this gray really nice. Okay, we're back in the space again just for a minute. There's been some more stuff going on in here. So we have got, let me find a better angle here. Trim up around the door frames now. Doors have been hung. The one that we had hung, we decided to change here for the vocal booth. So that's actually going to be a windowed door in there. Hopefully you can see. But that'll be hung up soon. All right, it is Saturday morning, about 7:30. Everybody's still asleep, but it's daylight, so I thought I'd come take this opportunity to make a video before I gotta go do dad stuff. So yeah, this is where we're at right now. A bunch more stuff has been delivered here. We've got the toilet, the vanity, the sink, the LVP, which all that stuff's gonna start going in next week, which I'm pretty excited about. It should be very cool. Here we have the LVP. You can see, it's kind of, well, I don't know, well, you can see because of the light, but it's kind of I would say it's almost like driftwood looking. But it's like a nice lighter wood, or lighter wood look, and I think that will really offset the rest of the room nicely. It is Wednesday, my dudes. So we are checking in on the progress of the building here. The guys are not working today, or the carpenter, I should say, is not working today. So I thought I'd just pop in and show you where we're at here. So all of the floor is now down. Got the wood up on the stairs there, because I guess probably just kind of a weird spot to put an LVP. I've been doing floor plan stuff. So I'll throw that up on the screen probably now. Editing, Lucas, do that. And I have pretty much, I think, decided where everything's gonna go. I won't 100% know how that's gonna look until I just start doing it. Because I did my best to do that room floor plan to scale, but with the program that I was using, it's not like perfectly accurate, but I think it's gonna work. But the reason I say that is because my plan is to put my desk here, my big chonky boy desk from my previous office that I could not fit in my temporary office, nor would I want to carry it up those stairs. The spot that I found that I think I'm gonna hang my guitars, this is hard for me to do logic-wise here, is here. So this wall space right here. There's like right about exactly 96 inches of space there. And I have two 48-inch slat hangers from String Swing, which are terrific, by the way. Go check out String Swing. They gave me like a cool hookup on that stuff, so I really want a big shout out. Thanks to them for that. All right, good evening. It's usually evening, you can see outside. But why is it so bright in here? Because I have power, yay! All right, so we're in the like last 2% of the studio build, or at least as far as the contract work being done, construction, before we get to like me just moving things and, you know, turning it into my space. So the power is hooked up now. We've got lights installed, which is terrific. My air system, my mini split is working. So we got, this is pretty cool. I had them put in a dimmer so I can get moody. So that's pretty cool. I've got some nice bright cans up here, LED cans. The carpenter was nice enough to go ahead and put my String Swing guitar slat hanger up. My dudes, what is up? It's Sunday morning. We are pretty much at the end of the building project itself. We're right at the end. So you can see I've already got my futon thing in here and a couple of boxes of my things, and there's just some stuff needs to be thrown away. But that is LVP, and that is just a regular wood tread. And Kevin and the guys did just like, I think, a really ridiculously good job matching the stain on that wood to this LVP. Like, you would never know. That's, to me, is very impressive. So if you've ever done color matching before, that's like a really nicely done job. What's up? It is Thursday evening, and the space is done. All the inspections and everything have been done. Everything's wired up and working correctly the way it's supposed to. I've been working diligently for the past 3 days, I guess, populating the space with my stuff, lots of stuff. I have constructed my workbench, which is cool. I constructed this couch that I'm sitting on. It's like a futon. Mighty wall of guitars started. My amps there, at least some of my favorites. I have a bunch of amps, but there's some of my favorites there. I got more to bring over. The vocal booth, I haven't even begun to tackle yet. Those things over there that look like pillows, those are compressed packages of acoustic foam tiles that I'm gonna put inside the vocal booth so that it's not echoey. Haven't even started that yet. The big thing we're still waiting on now is right here is where my recording desk is gonna go. I have a 6-foot recording desk, and I have to go get it from my lovely aunt's basement, who's let me store it there for almost a year now. My dudes, let's play catch up. Because the last video I shot was probably like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago or something. So my studio building space is, for all intents and purposes, done. I've spent a lot of time moving things in. I'll show you that in a second. But basically, I had to stop for a good bit there because Heather got COVID. And so when she got COVID, I didn't have it and the kids didn't have it. So I had to kind of quarantine her in the bedroom in the house and kind of keep us away. And so I spent a lot of time just dealing with taking the kids because I got a 7-year-old and an almost 2-year-old. So it's kind of like a lot to manage by yourself. But anyway, now we're back, and I've been kind of, as I was watching and doing things with them, I was also periodically working on the building a little bit as I could. So here's where we're at now. Recording desk from my old studio office space before we moved. I have now returned it to its rightful place. I had to put it in storage for a while in my aunt's garage, basically. The vocal booth is done. I can't remember if I had put up all the foam in the last video. I don't know, but you know, there's foam, so it's very quiet. There's no echo in here. Oh, you might also notice I've been hanging up some artwork. That is up there. My family crest that my dad's dad, my grandfather, painted in like 1964, which I just think is super cool. So I just thought that was a great place to put that.
Here we stand in the driveway in front of my finished studio building, so let's go inside and check it out. So as I enter the studio, on my right here, you'll see the first thing is my workbench. This is where I'm gonna do my footage and also all my just regular luthier work for people. It's currently being occupied by one of Brian's guitars because his guitars are always broken for some reason. Here we have his Hagstrom Phantomin? I don't know how you say it. I don't know. It's a cool guitar. It's kind of like an RD or something, but it's just getting a complete rewire and some pickups and stuff. You can see on the pegboard I've got some just regular kind of everyday type tools that I would use for all kinds of guitar repair. There's some more specialty things like nut files and T-wrenches and stuff in here. This drawer has a lot of my fret tools in it, you know. Underneath the bench I have just a gaggle of guitar projects that I'm working on for people. And my new rule is going to be if that space under that bench is full and I can't fit anything else in there, then I can't take any more jobs until I clear out that bench space. Past the workbench here, we have a really nice half bath, which I was really adamant that we have a half bath because I wanted to be able to have people over to come in the studio and do recording and videos and all kinds of stuff and then never have to go in the house and disturb the kids, which I've probably mentioned before in this video. So yeah, this is kind of just my finished bathroom space. It's just full of a bunch of nerdy stuff. I'll show you actually if you want to see it. Our nice little toilet here, and we have just some cool video game posters and memorabilia that I've collected over the years. It's got to go somewhere. My Nuka girl. Might be one behind the door too. Yeah. Some Fallout stuff, you know, just some things on the shelf, little toys and things, some manga, a frog. I really like frogs. My wife gave me this sign and I think it's awesome. Some artwork by Cora. As we come out of the bathroom and come this way, you can see I have a bunch of acoustic instruments, my wife's mandolin and baritone ukulele, my banjo and my old Gibson and my PRS acoustic. So this is just my little like acoustic wall. This is fun when you start recording stuff and everything gets rattling, so I gotta come out here and put like Velcro straps on it to keep the strings quiet. And then just some of my amps here. I've got more kind of lined all the way down the wall, which I'll show you in a second, but I've got my Rectoverb 50 and a matching 1x12 Boogie combo. This is an old Behringer stereo V amp that is kind of V-tone amp that is kind of neat. I'm gonna do a video on this pretty soon. Hughes & Kettner 212 with vintage 30s. This is my original 91 Mark IV-A Boogie that's used on the InterTwyneD records. That is a blue guitar fat cab that has an EVM 100 speaker from an old Music Man amp from a long time ago that a friend gave me years ago. And it's just a really great sounding kind of high-powered Fender type speaker. And I don't know, you can kind of see in the corner here my Legend Super Lead 50 head and 212 cabinet. That's kind of on the other side of the couch. Let's move that way. So as we kind of move that way, you can see I've moved my couch over here. Earlier in the video, you probably saw that on this wall over here, I had my kind of like retro game stuff, vintage game stuff. And I ended up moving that stuff in the house because I found that I just wasn't gonna have enough space in the building for it and still be able to record drums and all this stuff comfortably. It was a little too tight, but I kept the couch so that when I am recording people or tracking, there's multiple band members here, we're mixing or whatever, there's lots of seating for people. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna keep that coffee table or not. It's kind of nice to be able to have something to set your drink on, but I'm not sure. It might be kind of in the way. So then over here we have kind of more what you guys have already been seeing in the videos. This is my kind of guitar wall. As you can see, there's quite a few of them up there, like 18 or 20 or something like that. I know some of my fellow guitar nerds are going to be interested in what exactly I have in my collection, so let me just show you real quick. You can just skip ahead to whatever this timestamp is if you don't want to see my guitar collection. Here we have a boat full of PRSs, my working guitars. This is a 2015 DGT and a 2006 Custom 24. There's my modified Super Sky S2 Standard. There is an S2 Custom 22 hollow body, which is a really cool light guitar. And there is my SE Swamp Ash Special, which also rocks. And if we go up here, I'm going to try to hit my shin on the table. This is my kind of 2012 era Fender Strat. It's a Mexican Strat body with an all parts neck and a nitrocellulose relic finish job that I did. It's got Planetone pickups in it. There's my Charvel San Dimas, Pro Mod San Dimas. There is a Squier Bullet Mustang and a Squier Affinity Jazzmaster, both of which I custom painted. There's Anthony's Action Jackson bass, which just gets used for recording stuff. There is my PRS Silver Sky, and that's a 2018. And then there is a 2009 PRS McCarty Carina with very nice sounding P90s in it. There's the 92 CE24 Heidi B Metals guitar. There is the Baroness, the SC245, and the original InterTwyneD Tremonti guitar that lives in the C-sharp standard drop B. That is an SE Starlow with Planetone H-bomb pickups in it, which I think sound just terrific. Here's my wall of Paul. So these are Grecos. This is an EG 900 and that's an EG 800. And that's my Les Paul Classic, the 2002. These are both 77s, actually. That is a 91 Epiphone Flying V with a Gibson truss rod cover on it. Again, kind of custom relic work by moi. That's my 91 SG Standard and my 2017 Firebird T in Pelham Blue. And back there on the back is a 2002, I think, Gibson ES 135 that came from my good buddy Evan originally. So if we just back up, you can see the wall here. It's kind of impressive to look at, I think. It's eye-catching. We have my custom blue guitar 412 set up here. I'll do more about that in my pedal board video that I'm gonna get to. And then back here is my awesome PRS 2-channel custom 50 head and matching cabinet, which just sounds spectacular. And back behind the computer desk, you can't see it, there's a couple more amps back there, my Marshall Valve State and my Legend A60 combo. And then this is the recording desk, of course. This is just, it's like a 6 foot, yeah, I guess a 6 foot desk that I've had for some years now. I got it back at the beginning of my YouTube channel thing. And I couldn't use it for a while upstairs, but I can actually have it in the room now, and it's amazing because it has rack spaces and it's got all my stuff mounted on it. I replaced my monitor, my original monitor, with a bigger kind of flat screen TV for computer stuff, so I have more space for mixing. There's a bunch of, rack gear and preamps and stuff in here. My computer's down here, and then just some extra seating and stuff for people, so that this is the hot seat if you're here to record. That's where you sit while I sit here and hit buttons. Also, just in case you want to see, there's some fun kind of intertwined memorabilia all over the place. Here are some photos of me and Kenan and Chris from the kind of original version of InterTwyneD. Before we called it InterTwyneD, we were being called Out of State. Those are 15, 16, 17 years old, something like that. That is me and Chris and our original bass player, Josh, my best friend from high school. Really old. That's from probably 2007. And this is flasker twined. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a flask that has InterTwyneD engraved on it, courtesy of my boy Brian. A couple more amps. There's my old Fender Blues Deluxe, back the USA made ones, and there's a PV. It was a 410 Classic combo, but it's just a 410 cabinet now. That was my cabinet when I was in high school. That's what I used, with an old Legend rock and roll head in that cabinet. I felt like a rock star. So here's my pedal board. That's my full-time gig rig right there. That's what I use all the time. I'm gonna do a video on that real shortly. Just a extra power amp on top there that I use for stereo stuff. And if we step in here, this is my vocal booth. So let's step inside the vocal booth, because I think it's kind of cool. So if we go in here, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the microphone or not, but it's just dead. Like if I go in here and close the door, because of the way I've got all of this acoustic padding, it's just completely dead. There's no echo or anything in here, which is exactly what I wanted from this room. So it's not soundproof, it's just dead. So there's no reverb, no echo, nothing. And I have covered basically all the walls in this, also the ceiling, except for just a little strip. I could have cut a strip there, it didn't seem like it needed it. And then I left the floor, just the LVP, there's just a stool there. But I left the floor blank because it's easy to roll things in and out that way, and if I want to, I can always put a rug down. But it's kind of just a small closet, but I have this door here with the windows all the way down, so that rather than having a window cut out, you just look right through here to the desk and you can see me, and you can kind of just stand in here however you want. So as I step out of the vocal booth here, you can see this is the kind of alternate exit to the building. That's just a standard large door that connects to the awning, which connects to the house. So if it's like raining or nasty weather outside, I can go that way to the porch instead of having to go out through the driveway and get in the elements and stuff. And here on the floor, you can see where I have marked with some paint tape where my tripods go for my lights and my camera for when I'm doing YouTube videos. So I'm just kind of consistent. There's, the baby corral, because sometimes Piper hangs out here with me during the day especially. Some pedal boards for some projects I'm about to work on, some leftover LVP that I haven't found somewhere to put yet. And, more cool Fallout stuff. Changes depending on the angle. Cables and all this stuff. So I have just boxes of 1/4 inch and XLR MIDI and TRS cables, speaker cables, patch cables, microphones and power strips, adapters, mic clamps, strings, you know, all that stuff. This is also my kind of like rolling toolbox from my original shop that I still store quite a bit of stuff in because I can't really get it all on the workbench and have it be neat and accessible. But I like this thing because it rolls. So when I'm working, I can just grab that and just roll it over here to my workbench and then use it. This is my kind of like most recent finished project. Shout out to my boy Anthony for helping me with this. This is the closet. So earlier in the video, I mentioned how there was a lift station right there, and that's what allows me to have my kind of half bath. But I wanted to make use of this closet, so I had them put the door on the outside rather than inside the bathroom. And then we built these shelves in here, nice big shelves all the way up that are about 6 feet or 5 feet across, I think. And I'm just storing a ton of random camera gear, tools, cleaning stuff, some speakers, yeah, lights and pegboard things, extra tools, some coffee K-cups, some boxes, you know, stuff like that. Here's some more InterTwyneD memorabilia. The old out-of-state drawing and some InterTwyneD records. Those are the original first prints. Coffee station thing. I also had my kind of like retro game stuff in here, like controllers and things, but where I've moved that in the house, I'm just exclusively using this for pedal stuff now, and it's really helpful because it lets me organize it. So, you know, we just have like our regular Keurig machine, and I've got this cute little refrigerator here that I have some Dr. Pepper Cream Soda Zero in. And then here, we just have boxes of pedals that I've kind of labeled. So, you know, here's some like preamp stuff. There's a Rockman in there. Just a bunch of foot switches, some box full of overdrives, distortion pedals, wah pedals and volume pedals and stuff, you know, modulation, reverb, that kind of stuff. Just a lot of different pedals that if I wanted to use it for recording or put something on a pedal board, I've got a bunch of stuff in there. But that's it. This is Little Mountain Studio. This is a kind of a life project I've been chasing for 20 years or something, to have my own studio space in which to make my own music, but also to make other people's music. I'm going to be recording people, recording, mixing, and mastering. I'll be offering my services as far as mixing and mastering for other people are concerned. I'll also do, you know, reamping and that kind of stuff. So I'll have a website up for this pretty soon, and once I've got it up, it'll be in the description. But this is like kind of surreal for me to have this space to work out of now, to have a real space to occupy and to be creative, to use for YouTube, to use for making music, to have a space to be exclusively for repairing instruments, which is great because I love to do that stuff too. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you later.